Hi, everybody. This is Rabbi Steve, and I wanted to respond to some concerns I've heard as personally as I can. Rather than send out an email, I just wanted to talk to you directly, and please feel free to respond. But I understand that there's some concern about the upcoming Yom HaShoa program. Some of the parents are very concerned. They don't want their kids to see what the horrors actually were, and I get it. I understand. And quite frankly, if there was any way to spare your kids some of the things that Yom HaShoah is about, I'd be right there. Unfortunately, this is reality, and we need to address it. Because if we don't address it, they're going to face it anyway. They're going to face it at school, and they're already being taught about the Holocaust, and they're going to face it in college, where there's a lot of persecution. Not a lot. Pew Research shows that more people in America, more Americans, are sympathetic to Israel and thus Jews. Unfortunately, there's also been a corresponding increase in the amount of anti-Semitic incidences in our country. So what we've done is, and I've talked to the parent-teacher organization about this, and we've come up with an idea. The name of this program, the name of the movie that we want to show, it's an 18-minute short. It's called The Number on My Great-Grandfather's Arm. It's told from the point of view of a 10-year-old kid. It uses animation. There are no graphic portrayals. There's no graphic footage in there. Unlike when I was a kid in the 60s, we saw it all at that age. 9, 8, 10 years old, we got it all. And, it's been a long time since the Holocaust, and things have changed. And people say, well, it's becoming a distant memory. But it's not. Right now, there's people in, unfortunately, the Muslim world and even the European world. In Poland, they're making laws saying that kids can't have circumcisions. Sweden, too. They're talking about not allowing kashrut in certain countries, saying that it's harmful to animals, when it's exactly the opposite. The sages, and this is the oral law, they came up with a way, when we can have meat, to end an animal's life in the most humane, instantaneous way. So, we're seeing it in the Muslim world. What are they doing? People from Gaza are confronting Israel. It's like an attack on Israel. They're at the fence. They're burning tires over the fence. They're throwing Molotov cocktails. They're attacking an army with rocks. And the rest of the world is like, well, Israel shouldn't be defending it. Shouldn't be shooting people. It's an attack. And yet this is the mindset these days, And this is part of who we are. It's what we are, and it's unfortunate. One of the reasons I became a rabbi is because I believe in Judaism. I believe it's the most beautiful religion ever. It is so humane. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah, despite what you've heard, were actually destroyed by Hashem because they persecuted strangers. And what does our Torah say? Be kind to the stranger. Be kind to the widow and orphan. The Greeks and the Romans, when they had kids, well, you know the stories. I'm not going to go into it, but you see how passionate it is. My wife brought up the fact that, these are school-age kids, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. In the early 1940s in Europe, what were the Nazis doing to school-age kids? They were dealing with them the same way they dealt with adults. It's unfortunate, but, a lot of kids, 6 million Jews, how many of those 6 million Jews were Jews? These kids were hiding in sewers. They were hiding in latrines. You'll remember, the Diary of Anne Frank. These were teenagers. These were girls that never got to have families, never got to experience romance. It's horrible. So, please, reconsider. We're going to show the most benign movie we could find. And I've included a couple of links that talk about it, But if your kids don't hear it from us, and who better than to hear it from us, who care about them, who are so passionate about who we are as a people and the fact that we've survived. They're going to hear it one way or another. They're going to hear it in school, Just as a quick note, my older son teaches school in Arizona. He teaches middle school. He had the kids read the book, The Diary of Anne Frank. And what happened? A couple of parents And I'm not demeaning anybody here, but a couple of parents that were of African descent came in and said, why aren't we talking about black people and their suffering? And Robert's like, these people were persecuted too. You know, I tell you what, I see a lot of these civil rights things, and I'm absolutely 100% for civil rights. I believe that black people and white people and yellow people and whoever should be treated, everybody. I'm into LGBTQ, whatever. I'm into their rights. But you know, in the Black Lives Matter manifesto, they allude to the fact that, and they hint at the fact that Israel is persecuting the Palestinians. These people come in, they attack people in their sleep. You know, an Israeli family observing Shabbat. They had kids. They were killed by a knife. These Palestinians came in and attacked them. We have to prepare our kids. And who better than us? You know, who care about our kids, who aren't just going to say, well, you know. So I know this is heavy. I know this is a difficult topic. So let me know how you feel. Look at the movie. Give me your feedback. But please, come in, accompany your kids, hold their hands. We're going to do a question and answer. Rabbi Noor is going to take the little kids. I'm going to take the older kids. You know, and quite frankly, we've discussed some of this in class already. The kids have had it in class. They've heard about it. So we're just kind of filling in the blanks. So please, consider doing this. Consider participating. Come, be part of it. Show your support. 3 o'clock, we're going to be at Marietta Town Square. The Christian community is finally looking to support us. We've received apologies for all of the 18 years of persecution. It's a start. So be there. Support who you are. Support what you are. And if you have any response, if you have any feedback, please either let me know, call me, write me an email. I'll be at the school Thursday. I'll be there again Sunday. I'll be at services Saturday. I'm not sure if I'll be there Friday. Rabbi Noor is doing services, so I may take a little bit of a break. So please reconsider. Thank you.